Hi everyone, it's your boy here, Wayne Otema Gesa with another video for all tech enthusiasts and everybody interested in technology and growing themselves in this field of tech. Today's video is about preparing yourself for the digital workspace and how do we do that. So sit in this video, watch it till the very end, and we will try to break down some of the skills you need to learn and what are the best platforms to learn and some of the kind of pointers and tips that I personally would give for any person learning or planning to get into the field of tech, whether you're in campus, high school, or even post campus and you just want to transition into tech. I'll try to cover all of them in this video and I hope you have a great time. Thank you for joining. Let's get started. The workspace is growing increasingly digital as days go by, as the technology keep on increasing. We have things like AI, the internet, social media, and all of these things. And we can delve into them on a whole other video. But the fact is that the workspace is getting very digital. It is projected by the year 2030, 50% of the jobs in Africa will be digitized. And with this in mind, you see why it's important to have digital skills. That's just one aspect of it. Of course, there's also technologies that are increasingly getting ahead, but stuff like AI and the digital tools that are coming online, these are very much making the need to have digital skills to get ready for those jobs because AI is also creating new jobs. And these new jobs that will be coming will need certain skills that are not yet formally taught in spaces like schools yet. And last but not least is that Africa is a growing continent, and by the year 2050, we are projected to have the largest population with over 2 billion people, with the majority of them being youth. So, given that we are going to have a really huge youth bulge in the continent, it's very important for the youth to have certain skills that will help them create jobs or get increased employability. And one of those skills is tech skills. That's why we're making this video to improve the tech literacy of kids and how best to do that. So I believe strongly that investing in yourself is the biggest investment you can ever make. And I honestly know that education and knowledge and upskilling is one of the best skills you can ever really do. Now let's break down some minor terminologies. So when I mean by upscaling, I mean you already have current skills at the moment. Whether you're already in the tech field or not in the tech field, you already have a certain skills that probably you do at work. Or if you're not doing at work, you're probably learning them in campus. If you're not learning them in campus, you're probably practicing them in a certain space. So upscaling means adding technology skills to the current skill set you have and making your current skill set way better. That's what upscaling means. Now that we know why it's important to learn some of the skills, let's get right into what some of the skills actually are. One of the skills that I strongly believe and recommend everyone to learn, very simple, to get ready for the digital workspace or to improve your skills, is digital literacy skills. These are very simple skills, basic computer skills, basic word skills, basic Excel skills, basically even knowing how to browse the internet. Very basic skills, introductory skills, really. It's very important that we all practice these skills. And really, why it's important is because computers are really very much becoming a tool of work in many workspaces. So it's important to know how to use those computers in this place of work that you have. The second tool that I think is a really crucial skill, and anyone who wants to get into the tech or digital spaces can learn, is digital marketing skills. This is a large kind of skill set, but it can be broken down into other minor skill sets, including search engine optimization, content marketing, email marketing, copywriting, Google Ads, Facebook Ads, and content creation even. So the whole point of this skill is very good and very helpful for people who already have a certain skill set, already have a certain service that is not tech related, but using this digital marketing skills, they can improve their skills and even distribute it and market it better throughout the internet and making their services widely available to more people. That's why digital marketing skills is really important. Kind of like what I'm doing here. I'm already an AI engineer. I'm already good at what I do. but making YouTube videos just makes me reach a wider audience and sell my skills out to more people. So people who want to learn AI or who want to develop AI solutions can reach out to me. And that's a certain skill set that adds directly to the current skill set I have. The upside of this skill is you can do it at any level. You can be a beginner in your career, like young and starting out your career, or you can be advanced in your career. And this skill set can just help you get more market, more visibility across the internet. Project management is an interesting skill set because it's learning how to deal with people from remote places. Because the world is increasingly getting more and more remote. You have to learn how to deal with people from remote places and manage projects without having to see people face to face. We are leveraging certain tools and solutions, including Jira and Slack, to maintain communication and other stuff that will help the projects to keep on going. Another amazing skill set, not far off from project management, is business analysis and business intelligence insights. So this is closely tied to data science, but the upside of it is you don't really need to have high coding skills to know how to do business intelligence. You just need to have an analytical mind and the ability to use your computer, and you're really high digitally literate. There are tools that support this, and tools include stuff like Power BI, Tabula, and other increasing solutions that people are coming up with to help visualize and predict your business. So business analysis is just basically a good example is if I own a shop and I have records of the shop of how my shop has been performing the last 6 months, I can give this information to somebody who can predict and provide visualizations of how my shop is doing month over month and where how much money I'm making and at what times are my sales happening, what product is being sold the most, and all of these things. So as technology keeps on getting more digital and digital, you see the importance of this skill. And that is just one use case where it's a small shop. Imagine if you have whole organizations. Business intelligence becomes a really, really important thing. You don't technically need to code, you just need to have a good understanding of math, fairly okay understanding of math, and decent computer skills, and the rest you can learn. So this is also a very valuable skill going forward. I think people who are interested in such a career path can consider taking it in. Or if you're already in the industry, you can consider learning business development and business intelligence to supplement the current skills that you have. It just helps make better decision making in the workspaces. Another skill set that I think is really valuable and people can choose to learn is now UI UX design. So in the field of technology, there is multiple entry points, and I think UI UX design is a good entry point because what UI UX design deals with is developing of user experience and user design interfaces for the people who are using the product. So how WhatsApp looks like on your phone was developed by somebody who has UI UX design expertise in that. That doesn't only focus on tech products, can also be posters, how posters are developed. That's a UI UX design. How things look and feel. It's a design thing and it's a user design in mind. And why this is a good course, especially for people who are just starting out in their careers. It's good because you might want to get into tech, but not know exactly where to get into tech. So UI UX kind of is a broad pathway that teaches you to focus on what the user wants and helping deliver that. And as you keep on growing in your UI UX journey, you can branch into either more technical roles such as front end, back end, or even software or AI engineering, or other more client facing roles such as business development, project management, or other customer facing roles. That's why UI UX is a really good path, especially for people who are starting out in tech. As the world keeps on getting more digital and more digital assets are created, companies need to be protected from digital crimes and hackers and cybersecurity threats. So that's why we need cybersecurity analysts and cybersecurity experts to protect us from threats that might exist online. And this is increasingly going to become a thing over time. So medium to large enterprises will need such personnel. And if you're interested in such protecting digital assets, or that's something you might be interested in, I'll advise you to take that path. It's ideally good for people who are just also beginning out or know they want to take on this course. It's less of coding than other coding tasks like programming or machine learning, but it's more of just being analytical and figuring out how to prevent assets from being attacked. So it's more an analytical game and really amazing for people who are just starting out or trying to find a sense of direction. And I can guarantee that that side of the technology, cybersecurity, will keep on being in demand, especially as time goes on. Another slightly technical skill set will be programming and software engineering, but this is just straight in the name. Programming and software engineering is just developing applications for people and work in certain situations. So it can be a mobile application, a web application, it can be a middleware application that nobody actually has visibility to. But the idea is just developing applications that people want to use. And it's a good skill set. The challenge is it's a high learning curve because it will probably take between 6 months to 2 years to master the skill and another few months to actually start monetizing the skill. However, I would say if you're early in your career and you find analytical thinking quite fun, software programming is a really good career path to take on, and it's really easy to switch from. You can easily stop being a programmer and go into any other thing because it kind of sets the foundations of thinking for many other careers, many other technical careers. It sets a good foundation for thought process, just basically having linear thoughts and how to break down large problems into smaller structural executable tasks. Another amazing skill set, but I put this at the apex. Really, it's AI and ML engineering. So AI, ML, and data science engineering, basically. So the idea of this is basically using data to make models and to make intelligent systems. And you've all by now have heard about AI and how AI is built. So the people who can develop such tools are going to be highly valuable also in the market space. The catch here is it's a really steep learning curve because also just to be good at AI, ML, and data science, you have to be really good at programming. And also to be good at programming, there is some time period that needs to happen. So there's a steep learning curve to it. But it's also ideal for people who are, again, early in their careers, just completed campus and have enough time and feel like they can experiment. If you feel like this, you can try an AI, ML course and try to learn the skill set and make yourself ready for the job market because the people who develop these systems are going to be really valuable. And especially as the AI keeps increasing and the AI models are also developing and becoming more intelligent, there's a need to have African aware AI solutions. So this is where many of these AI, ML, and data science people will be coming in to develop context aware ML solution. And in this context, I mean Africa aware ML solutions. The last skill sets I'm going to mention are more of a general skill set. And it's ideally for everyone to have. It's called soft skills, really. I don't call them soft skills. There are soft skills. And soft skills are really important because as much as we have technologies that will boost our skills and will boost our technical capabilities, we need the ability to have soft skills and communicate with people because people are everything that you're dealing with. If you're making or buying a product, you're selling to a person, you're selling to a human being who has emotions and has feelings and has a background story behind that. So you have to know how to communicate with them. And soft skills, just to mention but a few that we should all work on, I'm also working on it myself, is communication, time management, problem solving, creativity, and many other soft skills. So as AI keeps developing and technology keeps on improving, the need to have humans who are real humans and can relate to other humans is increasingly in demand because I'm always interacting with machines and computers and intelligent systems such as AI and ChatGPT. I would like humans who are also just human and are really good at their job but can relate with me and can communicate in good at communication and getting the point across in such a way that I know it's not AI generated and I know it's actually humans when we're doing face-to-face meetings. And team management, these are just basically things that help humans interact better with other humans. And if you're not practicing that skill, you'll be replaced by somebody who's good at that skill. And now, those are some of the technologies and the skill sets I believe that we should cultivate and learn. And people should take time and learn not all of them, just one of them, depending on the level that you are in. Now, the beauty of technology is the same technology that is changing our world, is the same technology that can help us upskill our current levels and our current skills. A good example of a platform that I generally love using is Udemy and Coursera. And I won't get so much details into this, they're fairly known. But Udemy is an online learning platform that if you learn and you complete the course, there's self-paced learning, you can learn and complete the course. Once you complete the course, you get certificate that is proven to employers and other large corporations that you have indeed studied this course to the very end. And it's really known to other people and can add stacks to your CV. The same for Coursera. Coursera is also self-paced, really amazing, and really also has courses from other industry experts or other university professors or university curriculums placed in Coursera for a fee. Another platform is fairly a really basic platform. It's the YouTube platform, the platform that you're currently viewing this from. So if you're probably this far into the YouTube video, you're probably somebody who's really serious and wants to scale your skills and has really thought through and wants to build their future and their skills. So YouTube also has tons of material that you can leverage, and I will advise anyone to also go ahead and leverage these materials to go and build their skill sets. The downside in this case is there is no certification, but there is tons of real world knowledge that you can just go and learn and go and try to implement immediately in whatever you're trying to do. And now, tips that I would give on how to learn these skills by yourself or with others. I would say ideally, pick one skill. Do not pick multiple skills. Just pick one skill that you find interesting or you think can help you grow your skill set and make you more valuable. Pick one skill and pick a platform, an ideal platform to study this skill. And then study this skill to the very end. Give yourself a reasonable time span for it can be from a month to 6 months, but give yourself enough time to actually study the skills and let that information be familiar to you and really understand what you're learning. Whichever platform you're using, take a minimum of 30 days. And the longest span, I would say, take a maximum of 2 years, because that's the ideal time it takes to get a certificate or a diploma degree in most places. So take a maximum of 2 years, take a minimum of 30 days, but allow yourself to really understand these things and soak up the knowledge and really practice it. The last final thing is try to build something that is relevant to your portfolio using the skills you have. It is pointless to study all of these things and take the time to study and not actually build anything of importance with it. It's a shame and a waste to your mental resources and the time you will have taken to learn these skills and not make something meaningful out of it. When I say something meaningful, I mean do something that is worth you putting on your CV, that you have learned this and you have done something with that knowledge. Even if you decide not to continue on with that particular pursuit, at least you did something meaningful with it. It shows that you have started and you have completed something to a certain degree. And that's one of the things I would probably encourage everyone. So pick a skill, pick a platform, set a time span, and complete the time span and develop a solution or something with that skills that is worthy to be on your portfolio. Now, all that said and done, I'm hoping that this video has provided you with enough information and enough knowledge to aid you to where to start in the field of technology. Remember, you are upscaling. So upscaling, we take it in the basis of you have a certain skill sets and you want to boost those skill sets using technology. And some of the skill sets I've mentioned, there's many other skill sets I've mentioned. So do research, not only confine yourself with the 7 or 8 I've mentioned, do research, find others. Africa will need many, many more digitally aware and computer literate people going forward. So I think we should be at the cutting edge of learning these skills. As the technology is changing, we're also learning these skills as fast as we can. And all that said and done, thank you for watching this video till this far. I am Wayne Otemegesa. I invite you to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and await more YouTube videos regarding tech in Africa and broader other topics regarding technology in Africa and other amazing topics, including some of the things I'm working on and some of the startups I'm helping build and one that I'm building personally myself. Thank you so much. Have a great, great time.